the market, we came out the gate sluggish. We're still kind of struggling here a little bit, trying to live up to this historic track record, right? Because, well, listen, when it comes to seasonality and market trends, really, there's some well-worn paths, and no one knows about them better than my next guest. I promise you a surprise. You've been asking for him, stock trader, Almanac editor. All right, Jeff Hirsch. Jeff, it's great seeing you, my man.
Good to see you.
Let's talk about this. Give us a lay of the land with respect to where we are right now. Seasonality, fundamentals, technicals, all of these things combined.
Well, you know, the Iran war and the Trump cycle that we talked about a little bit pulled some of that midterm weakness forward into Q1, but we're seeing that set up again here for Q3. So second half.
So it's back.
It's coming back. First, we have this mid-year rally that NASDAQ has proven every year. We see this kind of mid-July peak. Last 3 days of June, first 9 days of July, we see this 12-day mid-year rally, what we call Christmas in July.
Right. We're going to bring up that chart, by the way, just so it illustrate.
First trading day of July, very bullish. One of the second most bullish trading days of the year for the S&P.
Right.
New money comes into the second half, and we're seeing a little struggle here today. We're seeing some profit taking here today.
A little bit of profit taking, but let's bring up this Christmas in July chart, because this is impressive, because for the NASDAQ, it's really impressive, but you say use this rally to maybe ease up a little.
Take some profits. I have a little trade on for this myself. I'm trading the triple Qs, the TQQQ. I got in on Friday at the low there just to have a little bit of cayenne pepper, a little juice, you know, in the portfolio. But this is a time to take some profits. We're looking for our worst 4-month sell signal for MACD for NASDAQ, and it's going to set up that sweet spot of the 4-year cycle, which starts in Q4.
This September into October into November, that's the election pullback.
That's the election pullback. It's the summer doldrums.
Right.
We see this quiet period. Inflation we're concerned about. You know, everyone's talking about energy being down and inflation coming down. It remains to be seen if all this inflation that the new Fed's worried about is really driven by energy, or if it's the government spending, the AI CapEx spending, if there's something a little bit deeper going on there, a little stickier. That's one of the concerns they have.
All right, then we'll talk about the second half, some key numbers, right? For the S&P, your first key support would be 7,000, and the ceasefire gap, we close that, you fill that gap at 6,700.
Something's got to break. Something has got to happen. Either something with the
worst case scenario.
Worst case, not worse, but worse.
Okay. Worser.
Worser, if I can say it. You know, not as good. This 7,000 and 24,000. Those are the October 25 and the January, February 26 highs for the S&P and the NASDAQ. Those seem to be a little bit more realistic. Typical summer correction. If something breaks internally, you know, a little systemic problem with inflation or interest rates or something in the Middle East, we might see that ceasefire gap.
There's so much anxiety out there. Almost all the news articles are, you know, negative. Is this a bubble? When is the crash come? It feels to me that the experts have been doubting this rally from the very beginning. Does that have a positive psychological thing, a contrarian kind of thing?
I think so, but I also think this boom is huge and it's going for a long time. We're going to have corrections. We're going to have cyclical bear markets. We're going to have a pullback. We'll probably have a summer correction. But I think this thing has legs for years. I'm looking for much larger numbers. If you get the 60th anniversary 2027 Almanac when it comes out in the fall, there's a new page in there about the AI super boom going forward.
Really? When does it come out?
Should be out late September, early October.
You know, I used to get them. I used to walk in my office and there used to be a fresh one waiting for me. I don't know.
You know I'm going to come on and hand you one live.
All right, real quick, Fed, how does that play into this?
I'm so happy they're being quieter. It's nice to have them just do their job. You were saying he's not really hawkish, but I mean, the inflation, it doesn't give them much room to ease, so they're probably going nowhere.
I'm okay as long as they don't hike, because I think next year they're going to be accommodative. We'll see. We'll talk again. Happy 4th, my friend.
Happy 4th to you.